Historic decision was made in Ireland yesterday. Of course, that referendum about Ireland's abortion laws. The Prime Minister of the Republic of Ireland, Leo Varadkar, says his government plans to enact a new abortion law by the end of the year. All follows the resounding referendum victory for those campaigning to liberalise such laws. Well, voters overwhelmingly backed the decision to repeal the Eighth Amendment, which only permits terminations when a woman's life is at risk. Mr Varadkar's government proposed legislation that would allow abortions during the first 12 weeks of pregnancy and up to the 24th week in certain circumstances. And Leo Varadkar said the result marked an historic day for Ireland.
I think what we've seen today really is a culmination of a quiet revolution that's been taking place in Ireland for the past 10 or 20 years. The people have said that we want a modern constitution for a modern country, that we trust women and we respect them to make the right decisions and the right choices about their own healthcare.
Now, there'll be both anguish and celebrations over this decision, which has divided the Irish people. But the debate has also got some relevance maybe to people here in England, where there are people on both sides of the argument as well. One leading anti-abortion campaigns group says it will add pressure on British authorities to become even more liberal in their attitude than they currently are. Well, Liam Gibson is from the Society for the Protection of the Unborn Child, joins us now. Morning, Liam.
Good morning, Mike.
You must have been disappointed at the decision that came through from Ireland yesterday then.
I'm just more disturbed than disappointed, but I think the people who will be most upset by this result are the people with children with special needs, because really this is a value judgment on all children who are judged to be imperfect, unwanted or inconvenient. And we know from 50 years of abortion in Britain that a value judgment about a child before birth can very easily transmit to the rest of society, because every human being has the right to life, the same inherent equal right to life. And whenever that is devalued amongst one section of human society, then it does have an impact on the rest of us, so that newborn children with brain damage or disabilities are now being denied the same level of care that was automatic and should be automatic for any child, regardless of their disabilities or the problems or the prognosis of their condition.
Now, the Republic of Ireland was long noted for its very conservative views on this subject. Do you think this marks a change in society then in Ireland towards a more secular, liberal view of the world?
As Leo Varadkar said, on this occasion he was actually telling the truth. I mean, there has been a process of change in Irish society for a long time, but only 5 years ago Leo Varadkar was telling voters that he was entirely pro-life and would never support any change in the law or abortion legislation, and now he's actually forcing this through with indecent haste. So Leo Varadkar, and the same for Simon Harris, his health minister, they're both barefaced liars, and really the people cannot trust their politicians in the Republic.
Well, I suppose they would just say, Liam, that they're just implementing the findings of this referendum, which was 2-1 in favour of a change in the law. Just before you come back on this, let's just hear if there were some Yes campaigners at Dublin Castle yesterday to hear the results confirmed. They hailed the decision as a long-needed change. Let's just listen to them.
We've been working so hard for women's rights for so many years now, and we can see it's finally coming true.
Ireland has finally grown up, face the fact, don't shift it abroad, deal with it here safely. For me, for my daughters and my grandchildren.
Do you think, Liam, you're fighting a losing battle now?
We certainly lost this referendum, but the Society for the Protection of Unborn Children was formed in 1966 to fight David Steele's Abortion Act. 50 years on, I think that there's more of a need for an active, vocal and articulate pro-life perspective on what's actually happened. And hello?
Yes, I'm there.
Yeah, that's okay. Really, we won't be deterred by this. It's simply a question of trying to rebuild and maximise the impact of the pro-life message on Irish people. Ireland was a very pro-life country whenever it voted the Eighth Amendment back in 35 years ago. And now, unfortunately, due to the amount of pressure mostly from outside, with the Pregnancy Advisory Service and Mary Stopes International and the huge international abortion lobby, the entire political establishment, the media, the universities, the trade unions, so it's not surprising that this is that in some respects that people have been persuaded by that. But certainly, this is not the end. If the no vote had have won, the Yes campaign had said that they wouldn't go away, and neither will we.
Okay, Liam, I think we'll have to leave it there. We're getting a bit of interference on the line. That's Liam Gibson from the Society for the Protection of the Unborn Child.